Either pointing it another way or turning on it.
I can turn it off because it's probably got up to its 20 degrees.
But if others need, it can just.
Yeah. I can rotate it, but it's. So, I'll turn it on.
So today is I should check. Oh, there's no one there. Is there anyone on YouTube? Okay, so we'll check. Is audio okay on YouTube? Let us know. You can see the back. So we'll keep going, and if it's not okay, let us know. So this is a January 18th learning, very special. And this is it's the day of remembrance, the day of power, the day of love. So Baba is going to meld that all together and talk about love a lot, but specifically the power of love. So going a lot into the power of love, and that hopefully this is the fuel that's driving our Brahman life. So not just love, the power of love. There's many, many signs. It's love everywhere, but the power of love is very different. And Baba will talk about the product of that towards the end. We'll use words like elevated, power, special, equal. So this is the result of this love. And I was again remembering in ORC when Asha Didi was sharing, and she said, I'm not really a soul who has love. And she was talking about this love, almost worldly love, this expectation of love, huggy and all. She's not like that at all. She's very much take Gyan and convert it into transformation, convert it into healing, which is love, right? This is love. This is Baba's love. This gives us Gyan, and this is to transform our lives, benefit ourselves. That is the ultimate love. So am I able to do that? But also, I feel so much, we heard the both message yesterday, and this idea of the closeness of time. There isn't much time, and we have to become complete and perfect. Each of us has to do that, not someone else, and I watch them, but I have to become complete and perfect. So that's a lot of ground to cover, right? And so I really want to be driven by this power of love. It's incredible what can be accomplished with love, even in a worldly sense, that whole image of the mother lifting the burning car. It's an odd story. How did the car get burning? How did the baby get under the car? But anyways, the mother lifting the burning car that's on top of the baby. So that's love. That's the power of love, to be able to lift a car. That's not normally something a human being can do. But when there's love, and I, was witnessing so much in our seniors that one of the points that was extracted from the retreat was, in the past, in the yajna, small issues, small decisions. Now there's massive expansion. So big issues, big decisions. This is what our leadership is facing. So many issues. And they're just nonstop. It's beyond humanly possible what they're doing. But they have this love, right? This godly love moving them along. So there's lots of zeal and enthusiasm and just tirelessness. So we need to tap into the power of love. to be able to accomplish, to fulfill Baba's hopes. So lots and lots of points. Take any one and it will fill you up for the day. January 18th of 1994. And the theme that's extracted, the first blessing of Brahman life, is the power of love. So not just love, but the power of love. The first blessing of Brahman life is the power of love. Today, the loving remembrances of all the children everywhere reached Almighty Bapdada like an ocean of love. Dilaram, the comforter of hearts, is merged in the heart of each and every child, and all of the loving children are merged in the heart of the comforter of hearts. Love is a very great power. So we can end the Murli there. I think that's pretty much the final.
And one self-development fellow was saying, love is still the answer. If it was love is the answer, then it's reminding us love is still the answer.
Love is a very great power. So here's some points, quite a few, about the wonders of the power of love. Are you ready? The power of love makes hard work easy. So you can check against your own experience these different points. The power of love makes hard work easy. In fact, where there is love, there is no hard work. Hard work becomes a form of entertainment. It feels like a game. Is that true? So it's very important to love what you're doing. The power of love makes you forget bodies and the bodily world in a second. You can forget whatever you want and merge in that which you want to remember. So love holds the remembrance, and it also encourages forgetting. So the power of love makes you forget bodies and the bodily world in a second. You can forget whatever you want and merge in that which you want to remember. Power of love easily makes you surrender. The power of love easily makes you surrender. So on Daddy's tower, this is dedication, but it's actually surrender, right? So that is the highest form of surrender, to be the chariot. So very much a lot of love. The power of love easily makes you surrender. And a big one, the power of love makes you Bapsaman, equal to the Father. Power of love makes you equal to the Father. So detached and loving. Next, love constantly gives you the experience of God's company at every moment. Baba will expand on that a little later, but love constantly gives you the experience of God's company at every moment. So God is incorporeal, but even as I'm moving through the corporeal, the experience of God's company. Next, love makes you experience a canopy of protection of the Father's hand of blessings over you. Love makes you experience a canopy of protection of the Father's hand of blessings over you.
That last.
Love makes you experience a canopy of protection of the Father's hand of blessings over you. And next, love makes the impossible possible. It's the whole story of the yagya. Love makes the impossible possible so easily that it's as though the task has already been accomplished. I again had the chance. It was very interesting. Never had to ask for anything. It's just drama just took us into different scenes. And one of them was again visiting India One, the solar project. And sometimes I would just stand there at the edge and just look at it. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or are familiar with it or been there. It's absolutely a wonder. Just how did this happen? It's absolutely impossible on every scale. But the souls there really do have this power of love. Love makes the impossible possible so easily that it's as though the task has already been accomplished. And the next, I think you'll enjoy this one. Love frees you from worrying at every moment. So it makes you a carefree emperor. Love frees you from worrying at every moment. Is that true? And finally, love makes your stage feel that victory is guaranteed in every action. Love makes your stage feel that victory is guaranteed in every action. Do you need any of those again? Okay. So did you experience each one? Because the question is, do you experience the power of love in this way? Do you experience the power of love in this way? Bapdada knows that you souls are tired due to having labored in many ways for many births. Because you souls have been bound by many different bondages, you have continued to labor. Everything felt difficult. This is why, as a blessing, so again, the title, First Blessing of Brahman Life, is the power of love. This is why, as a blessing, Bapdada is giving all of you children an easy way to free you from laboring easily with the power of love. Remember the first period of your Brahman life? As soon as you took birth, it was the power of love that gave all of you a new life. Did you have to labor to experience the power of love? Did you have to labor? You experienced this easily, did you not? So the experience of this first birth was a blessing. You became lost in love. Some describe this honeymoon period. Constantly keep the blessing of this love in your awareness. At any time you have to work hard, you can transform something laborious with this blessing. At any time you have to work hard, you can transform something laborious with this blessing. Bapdada does not like it when the children have to work hard, when they seem to be experiencing laboring or difficulty. Doesn't mean we stop what we're doing, but our experience as we're doing it. You experience something to be laborious when you forget the power of love. So another point on the power of love. No matter how big a situation may be, even a situation as big as a mountain can be transformed with love and become as light as water. Love can change stone into water. So no matter how big a situation may be, even a situation as big as a mountain can be transformed with love and become as light as water. Love can change stone into water. No matter in how fearsome or royal a form of Maya may come to oppose you, merge yourself in the ocean of love, and Maya's power to oppose you will end in a second. So this is the power of love. It can finish the power of Maya. Your power of remaining merged will not just work like a magic mantra, but it will become the Shiv mantra. All of you have the power of the Shiv mantra, do you not? Or do you lose it? Merge yourself in the love of Shiva. Do not just take a dip and come out again. To have remembrance for a little while saying, sweet Baba, beloved Baba, means that you just take a dip and come out again. And so Maya casts her vision on you. When you merge yourself in love, you become distant from Maya's vision. If you do not know anything else, you don't know what else to do, you have had the power of love as a blessing from birth. Remain absorbed in that blessing. Remain absorbed in that blessing. Do you not know how to become absorbed in that? Good question. Do you not know how to become absorbed in that? Love is easy, is it not? All of you have this experience, do you not? Is there anyone here who does not have the experience of the spiritual love of Brahman life? Is there anyone? Some more points. Love is easy yoga. Easy remembrance. Love is easy yoga. A very beautiful point. To become absorbed in love is complete knowledge. Now these two are given together. So it's an interesting connection between Gyan, love, and yoga. Love is easy yoga. To become absorbed in love is complete knowledge. So again, Gyan is love, love through Gyan. And another one, the importance of today is love. From Amrit Vela, in which special wave have you been moving along? You've been moving along in the waves of Bapdada's love. Did all of you souls remember anyone else except the one Father? You had easy remembrance, did you not? Or did you have to make effort? So how did it become easy? It was because of love, was it not? So it's just today, January 18th, is just today a day of love. The confluence age, the entire age, is the age for experiencing God's love. And so realize the importance of this age and have the different experiences of love. Realize the importance of this age. This is the only age for experiencing godly love. So have the different experiences of love. The ocean of love is giving you platefuls of pearls and diamonds of love. So make yourself constantly overflow with them. So this is overlapping with our signal today. Always full, always complete. So make yourself constantly overflow with them. Do not become happy with just a little experience of this love. Become full. In the future, you will be decorated with physical pearls and diamonds. The pearls and diamonds of God's love are unattainable at that time in the future. So remain constantly decorated with them now. Bapdada constantly continues to listen to the songs of love and remembrances of the children everywhere. But today, as a return of the love of the children who are embodiments of love, Baba is once again giving you the blessing of easily being in the flying stage with the blessing of your being constantly loving. I think Baba really has the art of, it's a marathon, this Brahmin life. It's very long. And so sometimes get tired or ordinary or loses you. And I think he has this way of injecting. I think he's really trying to inject, right? It's how to remain as fresh as you were at the beginning of your Brahmin life through your entire Brahmin life. That's the art. It's trying to empower us to do that. Baba is once again giving you the blessing of easily being in the flying stage with the blessing of your being constantly loving. When anything difficult, so this is the essence of the Murli right now, when anything difficult or a situation comes up in front of little children, they become merged in the lap of their mother or father. In the same way, become merged in the lap of love in a second, and you will be saved from laboring. So become merged in the lap of love in a second, and you will be saved from laboring. Go to Bapdada in a second with your flying stage so that no matter in which form Maya has come, she will not be able to touch you, even from a distance. So go to Bapdada in a second with your flying stage. So what's that? Your flying stage. Again, it's always this detached and loving, right? Always detached and loving. The love is available. Are you free to experience it, or you're caught up in other attachments? So I've got to be free, right, to experience it. So that no matter in which form Maya has come, she will not be able to touch you, even from a distance. And remember, Maya clouds our mind, right? So that won't be possible. This is because not only can she not go under God's canopy, but not even a shadow of Maya can touch you from a distance. So to be a child means to protect yourself from Maya. So to be merged in the lap of love, to be a child, means to protect yourself from Maya. It's good to become a child, is it not? To become a child means to be merged in love. Acha. To the children everywhere who are merged in the heart of the Comforter of Hearts, to the powerful souls who constantly transform hard work into love, to the elevated souls who experience God's love of the confluence age to be great, to the special souls who constantly experience the Father's company and his hand of blessings, and who give others this experience with the power of love, to the children who are equal to the Father and are merged in the ocean of love, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And then Bapdada meeting daddies personally. So again, this was January 18th of 1994. So 25 years after Brahma Baba ascended. What did you remember today? Did you especially remember the hand of willpower? Willpower makes all tasks easy. Did you remember Father Brahma more, or did you remember both Bap and Dada? Everyone especially remembered Father Brahma's divine activities more. Father Brahma became Brahma when Bap and Dada became combined. The task of Brahma began with God's incarnation. The divine activities of this avyakt form are lovely and unique. Remember the history of 25 years of service ever since its beginning. This history has taken place at such a fast speed. To become avyakt means to carry out all tasks at a fast speed. So those 25 years when Brahma became avyakt, we had avyakt Bapdada, things just accelerated. So to become avyakt means to carry out all tasks at a fast speed. The time is changing and moving fast, and the rate of progress in service is also fast. It has become fast, has it not? Therefore, by Baba's becoming avyakt, the time has been given a fast speed, and service has also been given a fast speed. The souls who have come during the avyakt part have easily received the fortune of moving at a fast speed in their efforts. And I remember it was shared, Brahma became avyakt, Dadiji was placed in the position of leadership, and then service expanded, right, in foreign lands. And it might look like it was Dadiji's leadership, and that certainly was a piece of it, but it was actually because Brahma became avyakt. So the souls who have come during the avyakt part have easily received the fortune of moving at a fast speed in their efforts. The souls who have come during the avyakt part have received the blessing of coming last and so going fast, and of going fast and so coming first. So this is the avyakt support. And then speaking to the gathering, use this blessing. Do not just keep it in your awareness, in your intellect, but use it. Put the blessing into use according to the time. By putting the blessing into use, you will automatically experience a fast speed. Avyakt sustenance easily makes you powerful, and you can therefore move forward as much as you want. So I think we really felt that. Right? We had 2 daddies, well, more than that, but 2 big daddies go avyakt. Right? Did we take advantage of that? Because that unleashed a lot of power and a lot of support. I know for me, if I felt myself progressing, I thought, okay, it's due to that avyakt support. Certainly didn't feel the basis of my own efforts. It was more than that. So take advantage, use the blessing of the avyakt. Avyakt sustenance easily makes you powerful, and you can therefore move forward as much as you want. Bapdada and the instrument souls have given all of you special blessings for constantly flying ahead. It is like this, is it not? You have the blessings of the daddies. Simply take benefit from them. You receive a great deal, but you do not use as much as you receive. So past is a huge part of being able to use these blessings. It's a bit like the handbrake. If I'm still thinking, well, this is the way it's always happened, that's done. Avyakt kind of erases the force of the past. You receive a great deal, but you do not use as much as you receive. Do not simply put everything to one side of your intellect, but eat everything, use everything. And then again, a powerful question, do you know how to use? Remember Shakti Bhavan bought another frying pan. So we had the old one and we have this new frying pan. And we just kept using the old one and then kept the new one in the drawer. Right? We're just so used to using the old one. So he's asking, do you know how to use it? It's easy, you just pull it out of the drawer and you use it. So, but we go with what's familiar, the old. Do you know how to use? Do you know how to spend? Or do you carefully put everything away? To say, yes, it's very good. It's very good. It means to look after something with care and put it away. Use the goodness for yourself and for others. Here, when you use it, to spend means to increase. Look at the fashion nowadays. Where do people place valuable things? Safety deposit box or a locker, they put them in a locker. They do not use them, but they remain happy even by just having those things in their locker. You do this so many times. So this is what Bhakta is observing. You do this so many times. You say, yeah, this point's very good. This method is very good. And you sort of repeat it to each other. But you become happy just seeing it in the locker of your intellect. Do all of you put them in the locker? Or do you use them? So that's something to reflect on today. What that all means and what am I doing? Do all of you put them in the locker? Or do you use them? Achha. What is the state of the Pandav army? And they responded, it is good. You're not those who just say it is good, are you? Prepare such an army that whatever order they receive, they do it in 1 second. They're often getting the orders from the Shaktis. Are you ready to this extent? Is the Shakti army ready? The service of the Shaktis is their own, and the service of the Pandavas is their own. The Shaktis cannot continue without cooperation of the Pandavas, and the Pandavas cannot continue without the cooperation of the Shaktis. Achha. And then Dadiji shared with Bapdada news of the Mexico conference, and Bapdada said it is good that the scientists are engaged in their work. Scientists are clever at experimenting, are they not? So they have a very good sanskar of experimenting. Can you imagine if they became a yogi? They would fly, right? They already have this sanskar of experimenting. So if even one of them becomes a very good yogi and cooperative soul, he will do the work of the biggest might of all. And it was also shared that an earthquake took place in Los Angeles. And Bapdada said, this is matter showing signs of intense speed from time to time. Just one sentence. This is matter showing signs of intense speed from time to time. Achha. And in a very beautiful, very inspiring personal meeting with Avyakt Bapdada, really want to take note of this. It's beautiful. And again, it's based on having received so much through the power of knowledge. Renounce any desire for fruit, be merciful, and continue to sow seeds of good wishes. Renounce any desire for fruit, be merciful, and continue to sow seeds of good wishes. So sometimes we perform an act we think is good and we're waiting for some recognition. You know, we let someone in traffic, we're waiting for the wave right, of appreciation, whatever. And sometimes we get the opposite. About the same. Right. Shouldn't affect you if you're full. Right? Why are you still taking? Are you bestowing or are you taking? Right? So renounce any desire for fruit, be merciful, and continue to sow seeds of good wishes. What special treasure have all the children received from Bapdada at the confluence age? So many to choose from. So what special treasure have all the children received from Bapdada at the confluence age? There are many treasures, but the special treasure is the treasure of love. Love, yeah, it's been all about love. He says here, happiness. Is that true? So our happiness is no longer a reaction. It's no longer dependent on what's going on, what's
Maya
happening.
tries to trick, but we are our constant effort to become conscious.
Right. So it's internal happiness, right? Not temporary or happiness as a reaction of something going on outside. So it's a very special treasure of happiness. So you've received such an elevated treasure of happiness. So does this always stay with you? Or does it sometimes get left aside? Since you're receiving so much that is countless, you should use that treasure all the time, should you not? People put things aside to be used at a time of need. However, you don't have to ration it because what you have is countless. Let alone for this birth, you have such a treasure of happiness that it will be with you for many births. Since what you have is countless, it's not going to run out. Use it! Exclamation mark. Since what you have is countless, use it. Bhaktada told you earlier too that your life may even go, but your happiness should not go. And this is why you must never put happiness aside. Instead, be a great donor, because at present, you can obtain everything else. This is referring to the world. You can obtain everything else, but you cannot obtain true happiness. So people of the world can obtain everything else. They cannot obtain true happiness. People spend so much time and money to attain temporary happiness, and yet they cannot receive true happiness. I'm saying that like a single earring costing thousands of dollars. And I was like, why? Why would I do that? But again, it's trying to attain happiness, right? Temporary happiness. Sandeep, you're not buying earrings anymore, right?
Oh, no.
That's good. You know, true happiness now. So at the time of such a need, where no one in the world can have true happiness, you souls have to become great donors. So what is that going to look like, being a great donor? No matter how peaceless or unhappy a soul may be, if you give that soul the experience of happiness, that soul would give you so many blessings from his heart. So as a great donor, you will actually receive so much. You are children of the bestower, and therefore distribute this with a generous heart. So no conditions, with a generous heart. And again, Baba asked such a good question. You know how to distribute, do you not? Then why don't you distribute? Are you looking at the time? You should feel mercy in your heart. Those who are wandering around in a state of peacelessness and sorrow are your family, are they not? This reminds me of the signal the other day. The whole world is your family. They are your family, are they not? One gives cooperation to one's family. So in order to be a great donor at present, especially bring out the virtue of being merciful. Souls are going to behave in all sorts of ways because the force of the vices is so great. So have to be merciful. Your non-living images give blessings. Anyone would come in front of a non-living image. It's not like the non-living image would withhold blessings because it's a criminal or whatever. It's anyone who comes in front of a non-living image gets blessings. So we have to become this way. So you too in the living form need to become merciful and continue to donate, because those souls are under an external influence, right? The force of the vices, those souls are under an external influence. Never think that that soul is never going to listen or never going to follow this path. That is like cursing someone. Never think that that soul is never going to listen or never going to follow this path.
One of our blessing cards that really speaks to that point is it's never a question of blame, but an answer of mercy. So you realize that they are under an external influence. They're not themselves. They're taken away by the illusion, as we can be.
No, just be merciful and continue to give. It is remembered that you definitely receive the fruit of the pure feelings you have. How many say, yeah, but where's the fruit? They want instant fruit, right? You will definitely receive it. It may not be instant, but you will definitely receive the fruit of the pure feelings you have. So even if souls don't have good wishes for Gyan or yoga, your good wishes will give them the fruit. Do not think that you did so much service and yet there were no results, you didn't receive any fruit. not all fruits are the same. Some are fruits of the season, and some are fruits that are around all the time. Seasonal fruit can only be produced during that season. So you sowed the seeds of good wishes, and if that is seasonal fruit, it will emerge in the right season, in its own time. In any case, those who work in the fields don't think that because the fruit will emerge after 6 months, they should not sow the seeds now. Nothing's going to emerge. All they're focused on is sowing seeds. Nothing will happen if they're thinking that way. So therefore, you too should continue to sow the seeds. All souls, all you need to know is all souls have to awaken at their own time. That's even the case with ourselves. Right? That alone should be merciful. Just look at your own story. So all souls have to awaken at their own time. Your feelings of mercy and good wishes will definitely bear fruit. Even if someone, and then Baba becomes even more creative and powerful in his sharing, even if someone creates opposition, you must not let go of your position, your feelings of mercy, but instead think that their opposition, insults, or defamation will work like fertilizer. Sow those seeds, and the opposition, insult, or defamation is fertilizer for your seed. When you use fertilizer, good fruit is produced. So I just have the feeling, oh, I'm going to get really good fruit out of this. The more they insult you, the better the fruit's going to be. The more they insult you, the more they will sing your praise. We're not actually thinking that way. We're doing all of this out of that love, but the more they insult you, the more they will sing your praise. This was the life of Brahma. Really. It's remarkable how much he was insulted. And then even after he left the body, souls praised him. His own son, Orion. The more they insult you, the more they will sing your praise. Therefore, be a bestower and continue to give this to every soul. Not that you will only give, not that you will only give it if they think it is good. In that case, that would make you one who takes. The moment we impose conditions, we become one who takes. Do not have any desire to receive. Think that you will only give to them if they say or believe that this is good. No. This is known as being master bestowers, children of the bestower. Continue to give in subtle ways as well, through your attitude, vibrations, and words. You are full to this extent, are you not? Do you have all treasures? Seeing the double foreigners, Bapdada is doubly pleased. Why? You make double effort. Firstly, you make effort to change your customs and systems. Bapdada sees that the majority of you have very good zeal and enthusiasm. If your zeal and enthusiasm sometimes fluctuates, then use the method that Bapdada told. We talked about it earlier. We talked about being a child. Merge yourself, hide yourself in the lap of love, and Maya will not then come. So does your zeal and enthusiasm stay high? Bapdada is saying, no, it doesn't. So you don't have to answer. It fluctuates, so he's giving us a solution. It's really essential. We kind of dismiss zeal and enthusiasm. It's critical.
They're the wings
It's
to the
critical,
angel that we
right?
are.
To stay, keep your energy like so engaged. So merge yourself in the lap of love, and Maya will not then come. This is easy, is it not? Is it an easy method? It requires effort to become a point form, but there's no effort in this. Just immerse yourself in that feeling of love. You may not know how to do anything else, but you do know how to merge yourself in love, do you not? And then he has a little chit chat with the children. Or is that difficult? The children said no. So then Baba said, well, then do that. Now, do not use the word difficult. Are you okay with that? Do not use the word difficult. When you come down, then even a small thing seems big, but if you go up, then even big things will seem small. Are you angels or ordinary human beings? And the children responded, angels. Well, where do angels live? Do they live up above or down below? And the children said, up above. So then why do you stay down below? Do you like it? Do you sometimes desire to come down? No. Then why do you come down? You come down when you let go of the Father's company. I keep remembering there was, I don't know what it was, there's so many programs, but it was Brother Ken, I think was giving a commentary or something. I can't recall the context. It was very beautiful. He was taking the gathering into remembrance of the Father. He said, don't just think, I'm going to appoint, the Father, the point, but feel his presence, feel the quality of his presence. That's really what it comes down to, right? Nothing corporeal, of course, but just feel the quality of that presence. You come down when you let go of the Father's company. So the double foreigners have the instant fruit of their double effort as a double chance. Take the benefit of this. What will you do this year? Double service. Will you become great donors and bestowers of blessings? Or will you yourselves go in front of the Father and say, cry out, give me power, and also give power to others? It is good that you have claimed a number and having courage. Now make fast effort and continue to fly ahead. Such a sense of rights and a blessing more on being a bestower of happiness. May you be a great donor and become full of the treasure of happiness and remain constantly happy by donating happiness. So may you be a great donor and become full of the treasure of happiness and remain constantly happy by donating happiness. At the confluence age, Bapdada has given you the greatest treasure of happiness. Every day at Amrit Vela, think of a point of happiness and maintain that happiness throughout the whole day. While staying in such happiness, this will happen automatically. Continue to donate happiness to others. This is the greatest donation of all. Because while people in the world have all facilities, they do not have true, imperishable, internal happiness. You do. You have this treasure of happiness. And so continue to donate it simply by keeping yourself in that internal happiness. You will become a great donor. This is the biggest gift. So may you be a great donor and become full of the treasure of happiness and remain constantly happy by donating happiness. At the confluence age, Bapdada has given you the greatest treasure of happiness. Every day at Amrit Vela, think of a point of happiness and maintain that happiness throughout the whole day. While staying in such happiness, continue to donate happiness to others. This is the greatest donation of all. Because while people in the world have all facilities, they do not have true, imperishable, internal happiness. You have this treasure of happiness, and so continue to donate it. This is the biggest gift. And the slogan, The supreme duty of great souls. This is a beautiful, this is a blessing, really. The supreme duty of great souls is to uplift others, to be kind, and to be forgiving. This could occupy you the entire day. The supreme duty of great souls is to uplift others, to be kind, and to be forgiving. Again, am I full myself of all treasures? And this is very natural. To uplift others, to be kind, and to be forgiving. Our signal today, like the month, this accumulation. How is your savings scheme going?
Yeah.
Always complete. Let the account, it's a very interesting signal. Let the account of accumulation be so full that 21 generations are able to be always complete and your dynasty remains full of all treasures. Not just 21 births though, but even in the Copper Age, because of being devotee souls, you will not lack anything. You have so much wealth even in the Copper Age that you're able to donate and perform charity very well. Look, even at the, I like this slide, look, even at the end of the Iron Age, though you don't have impure wealth,
Can be smart.
you have dal and roti. Right? It's true, we don't want a lot of wealth at this time. We really don't. So whatever earnings you have accumulated at this time, you are accordingly eating dal and roti in the final birth. Om Shanti. So I'll take a moment in silence and then see what you have to share. Yeah, just a few moments. Shanti. So anything you'd like to share?
There's a sweet little story about fertilizer that I heard many years ago that I haven't forgotten. Where a father-son's birthday, and the father his son always had this sunny disposition, always seemed to see the positive, always so positive, and he thought, I'm going to test him. I'll see if he really can. So he told his son, your gift is out on the front lawn. So the little blue boy runs out, and there's a pile of manure. You know what manure is?
Yeah.
And the son gets a shovel and starts digging. The father's thinking, what's going on? And he said to him, why are you digging? And the little boy says, I just know there's a pony in there somewhere. And then when I heard from Daddy Janky, what she was learning from the Murli about this fertilizer, that also stayed with me, because that is a blessing, because I could grow a lot more from defamation than from praise. So I could recall those two stories quite often in my Brahmin life, because it's, you know, things come and to change. Usually the word difficult have changed to challenging, which I don't think Baba would really endorse either, because it still sounds hard.
Constantly experimenting.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
the difficult makes you feel heavy, so why start with that? I mean, our words are, my words are that powerful.
And I think it's really connected to when he was talking about, you say it's good, but you don't use it.
Yeah.
Anything that blocks me, things
Mhm.
like difficult block me, so we could replace it with different. It's different, but
Interesting is
not difficult.
That was a good word.
But we have to get to the point where we're actually bringing these into practice.
Yeah, the best thing stood out for me was experimenting, constantly experimenting. I think to me, Gyan is like constantly experimenting.
And it's very interesting because we have nothing to lose. We've
Yeah.
lost everything.
That's
So
right.
we have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a really beautiful, some of you might know Tulsi Bai. So he's very involved with the audio visual. So it's very critical in bringing Avyak Bapdada's transmissions to us. And he has a treasure store of videos in his possession, but he's very, very humble and very, very quiet. So we're very delighted when he agreed to be part of a session, an interview session. I don't think anyone has ever heard from him. So he agreed to be in this interview session. It was on friendship, actually, spiritual friendship that he saw in the daddies. And I've never heard him speak that way. It was really quite remarkable, actually. And one thing he shared that he observed in the daddies and what made it possible for them to have the friendships they did with everyone, and with each other, how they harmonized so well with each other. He kept saying they had nothing to lose. They had no arrogance whatsoever. Right? Nothing to lose. There was no image that could be damaged because they had renounced it. So these things that get in the way of us using or experimenting, as you said, Baba's trying to liberate us so we can move forward. We have to do it for ourselves. Seniors can inspire and do all sorts of things, but they cannot create our fortune. I have to do this for myself.
Shema Ben says Om Shanti, Hema Ben says Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
And Hema Ben also shares love is easy yoga and love is complete knowledge.
That's a beautiful point. Love is complete knowledge. It's the significance of all of this knowledge. Yeah. Anything else before we fly? Linda, anything you want to share? Om Shanti.
Subdivision.
Om Shanti. The voice has flown
Oh, okay.
through all the flying.
Yeah.
Many, many scenes in airports, and so sending Om Shanti blessings to all. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
She was in Madhaban when you were there.
Yeah, so we did get to see Linda a couple of times.
Yes.
A lunch together and also a darshan at Avyak Bapdada Milan. So it's very nice. So, well, I know that the flying can have a toll on the body. So take care.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
We missed
Beautiful
you.
family. Yes. Thank you to all, and sharing all the beautiful, loving vibrations. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
And good fortune.
Shema Ben shares love makes it all easy.
Lots on the power of love. So that's a very beautiful thing to experiment with. It's a bit of experimenting. So, right, well, we'll take a moment and then we'll migrate over, see what's happening. So I believe this transmission will stop, but you're welcome to join the other YouTube channel in the main classroom. Perhaps we'll see you over there.